Hello everyone. So far we have discussed the concepts of mean, median, mode, quartiles, standard deviation and variance in MS Excel. So now let's move to Jupyter Notebook and see how these functions can be done in Jupyter Notebook. So for that, first let's import pandas. And now let's assign a variable name for the dataset. So that can be data2. Data2 is equal to pd dot read underscore csv, and the name of the dataset is runs.csv. Let's display the dataset, and you can see that we have used the same dataset that we were using in MS Excel, and these are the scores of 3 batsmen, Sachin, Ponting and Lara, in the past 10 matches. And for the sake of convenience, I am using only the first column, that is Sachin scores, for calculating the mean, median and mode. So now let's move to mean 1. Let me declare the variable like that. Mean 1 is equal to data2 Sachin dot mean. That's the name of the function. Let's display the value. Mean 1, that is 79.9. Now let's move to median. Median 1 is equal to data2 Sachin median, and the value is 84. Let's move to mode. Data2 Sachin mode, and the value of mode is 85. So now we have these 3 values, mean, median and mode. And now let's find out the range of the first column. Okay, range can be calculated in 2 different ways in Python. So now let's move to the conventional form, that is first calculating the maximum and minimum values and then moving to range. I'll show you the another way, the default way in Python also. So first let's move to the conventional way. Okay, first let's calculate the maximum value of that particular value, particular series. Okay, maximum is equal to data2 Sachin max, and the maximum value is 101. Let's move to the minimum value. Minimum is equal to data2 Sachin and the minimum value is 50. Now if you need to find out the range, I need to subtract the minimum value from the maximum value. Okay, so let's do that. Range is equal to maximum minus minimum, and let's display the value, and the value is 51. Now we have seen how to calculate a range in the conventional way. Now let's see how to calculate range in a default way in Python. Okay, for that, range is equal to data2 Sachin max minus data2 Sachin So let me explain this. In this way, we are accessing the dataset first, and from the dataset we are accessing the first column, and from there we are moving to the maximum value of that first column minus the minimum value of that first column. Okay, that's how we have calculated range in this way. Now let's move to quartiles. Q1 is equal to data2 Sachin, and the name of the function is quantile 0.25, because we are calculating the first quartile, so we need to express the value like this. Let's display Q1 and the value 71.25. So it means 25% of the values lie below 71.25 and 75% of the values lie above 71.25. Okay, that's the meaning of Q1. Now let's move to Q2 or median. Q2 is equal to data 2 such an quantile and the value is 84. Now let's move to Q3. Quantile 0.75 and the value is 90.25. Now we have these three values Q1, Q2 and Q3. So we can find out the interquartile range in an easy way. So IQR is equal to Q3 minus Q1. Let's display the value and the value is 19. I hope you guys are with me till now. Now let's move to standard deviation and variance in Python. For that, let me declare the variable SD. SD is equal to data2 such an std is the name of the function, and I need to declare the degrees of freedom over here. So DDOF is equal to 0. DDOF stands for delta degree of freedom. Degrees of freedom equals the sample size minus the number of parameters you need for calculation. So we'll discuss the concept of degrees of freedom when we move to hypothesis testing. So degrees of freedom is needed only when we are taking the sample data. Okay, but even if the value is 0, we need to declare that. So that's why I have given it as 0. So let's see the value of standard deviation, that is 14.624. When we move to variance, there is V is equal to data2 such an VAR is a function name, DDOF is equal to 0. The value is 213.88. So these are the values of standard deviation and variance. I hope you guys have understood the concepts very well. If you have any doubts, do let us know. Thank you.